Hello friends. That felt rather awkward. I found this yesterday in Walmart parking lot, and I'm gonna turn it into a cool pin today. But I've already done this once, and then I got to the point of gluing, and I was like, what if I recorded this? Maybe someone else wants to make cool pins out of junk they found, or have. So what you'll need for this, you'll need some thumbtacks, like the metal plain back ones. And you'll need these. We call them frogs in the military. I don't know what normal people call them. I just have the rubber ones because I like them better. But you know, they've got the metal back ones where you pinch the two and then it comes off. Those are a little more secure probably. I like to add more than one, so I'm gonna do two for this one. And the first thing you'll notice about these tags, I don't know if you can tell, but they're rounded. They're kind of shaped like an umbrella. Whoop. Well, if I try and glue this just straight up, it doesn't have a very good surface area because it doesn't contact very well. The first step is to straighten these out. And so I use the two pliers, and yes, like this. Okay, so I kind of just bent it out this way. So it was here. This is where I was doing it. And now I'm taking it, rotating it 90 degrees, and gripping it again. That should straighten it pretty much the rest of the way out. You might want to do it one more time, rotated 90 degrees, if you go a little too far like I did. But, pretty much, that might be good. Yeah. So now I'll see how it contacts way better. There you go. You can kind of see. I'm gonna put this in my little jar so I don't lose it. So here we are to the second one. So, the next step, I recommend using some sandpaper. You're gonna rough up the surface. What this does is it creates a bunch of little, like, valleys and hills and stuff, and that adds surface area for the glue, if you want to be a nerd. So I'm just gonna sand the little bits. I'm gonna do just a tiny bit. This is 220 grit sandpaper. It doesn't matter what you use. And then I'm gonna do the back of these. Metal and metal, in my experience, don't like to bond to each other. That's why I'm doing this. Also helps with like plastic bonding and stuff. Sandpaper. It's easier to flatten them without the backs, but then I'm gonna put the backs on them for the glue up. Yep. There you go. The supplies you'll need for the next part. I'm gonna use Gorilla Glue. Obviously not sponsored. But I've never used this before. I have used it before. I've attempted to use it before. I clearly did not read the directions. Apparently it's activated by water. That'll be interesting. So you'll need Gorilla Glue. We've already talked about the sandpaper. And you'll need some tape. Enough that'll go all the way around it. Probably a little extra because sometimes you eyeball it and you got it wrong, you know? You can always cut it down. It's much harder to add. I recommend like a little toothpick probably for spreading things because we're going to be spreading it on a teeny little surface. So I'm ripping down the Gorilla Glue bottle because this Gorilla Glue came in a bottle. So I'm ripping down the Gorilla Glue box, because the Gorilla Glue bottle came in this box. And I'm just ripping it down into a little piece that is going to be my glue surface. And I'm going to clean with a Q-tip as rubbing alcohol. I'm gonna give that a few minutes to dry. Also, public service announcement. Don't leave like puddles of rubbing alcohol on your table. Make sure to just wipe it off or something. It will destroy the finish on your table, just so you know. And if you do it, okay, we discovered a fix, because it kind of turns the finish white. You can rub it in coconut oil really good every like 15 minutes and it'll go away. Okay, so it's been a few minutes. It says you spread glue on one surface and you wet the other surface. So I highly recommend wearing some gloves, because most of what you cleaned off was the oils from your hands from handling it. So my plan, I'm going to spread the glue on these little tack things. Then I'm gonna wet the Spitfire with this. I have a spray bottle. Then I'm going to do them one at a time, and I'm gonna wrap this tape around, and hopefully the tape will hold even though the water is happening. I'm gonna go ahead and put glue on both of them, so I can just bang, 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 bang. It says to do a thin layer, so I'm doing a thin layer. I'm gonna close this. Also, the reason I'm using Gorilla Glue is because it says it bonds metal. I'm gonna spray this over the sink so I don't get water everywhere. All right, it's been sprayed. Let's do this one at a time. Very, very carefully. Okay. I guess we go for the second one. Like wrapping a present. No. So it says clamp together for 2 hours, and it's a full cure in 24 hours. So I'm gonna put this in my microwave to keep it away from the babies. Because the best thing about the microwave is you have to look in it before you start it. It's actually been like a full day, because yesterday I decided to be a non-person. So now we're gonna open up the pen and see how it did. I think maybe we just didn't use the microwave at all yesterday. I'm not sure, but here it is. I'm gonna unwrap it. Interesting. I think I'm gonna have to clean up some of the glue. Like, puffed up, that's so weird. It almost looks like expanding foam. I peeled it off, so, but there's a lot of it, see? So that's interesting. I didn't know I was gonna do that. So I'll just be able to scratch that off, I think. It seemed like it was gonna come off good enough. Hopefully that doesn't tell the future of this pen. Here it is. Look, it came out all right. The back's a little ugly. We can work on that. Before I go clean this off, I realized after I had already shot the other videos and made the pen, I realized that I shot the whole thing without the lav mic. I'm too afraid that it's gonna sound like crap to go listen to it. So hopefully it's not. But I decided I have to just roll with it and do it on this one too. Because last time I didn't worry about it and the audio sounded choppy. I had to re-record a lot of it. And it still bothered me when the ones I left, so gonna roll with it. I hope it's not too bad. think I got it to where you can hardly even tell that it's there. Now I'm just gonna paint all these black. And by paint, I mean Sharpie. I don't got time to set up paint. I'm going on a trip tomorrow. Sharpies will hide a lot. Nice one, Willow. Good job, child. I have such smart babies. Also, I forgot to color this part. Look at that. It's dry now. Nothing left to do but try it on. And here it is. This is the vest that I have only worn in public like once because I was brave enough once. I've decided to start actually putting things on it, and then I'll be braver. First pin to a battle vest, and if ever there were a time to start making a battle vest, I would think it was now. Disaster struck. I was pulling this off my battle vest to take some pictures of it. This just popped right off. It couldn't have been the one that's off to the side that I had to sand down. No, it's the other one. I'm just gonna hit it with a little sandpaper, and I don't have time. I'm going on a cruise. I leave tomorrow. I will have to make just a quick repair and hope that it works, and it's fine. Some more rubbing alcohol on a Q-tip. Whoop, that was way too much rubbing alcohol. Let it sit and dry for a few minutes. Also, as a side note, I am so disappointed in whoever was like, this glue has gorilla strength. Well, I'm quite disappointed. This was my first time trying Gorilla Glue successfully. And you know what? The bonding strength was not as good as I'd hoped between two metals. Maybe if I took it down to bare metal, it would be better. I'm not real sure. Oh, it stuck to my glove. But right now, disappointed. If this is the strength of Gorilla Grip, I probably wouldn't be as nervous about gorillas as I am. Like, gorillas are scary. I decided not to clean off all the Gorilla Glue because I'm hoping the like pits and furrows where the glue pulled apart will give more surface area that the super glue will want to hang on to. So I guess we'll see. Here's hoping this works. It absolutely did work.